is from the late 12th or early 13th century A.D., Ave Virgo Virginum, a three-part polyphonic conductus. Now take a second just to look at this, and somebody describe for me. Stop. What it looks like. Jesse.
What does it look like?
Yeah, just tell me about the piece.
All right.
Not looking for a detailed analysis.
Oh,
Just
okay.
tell me about the piece.
Well, there are three parts.
There are three parts. That's a good observation to start with, right? There are three parts. Okay. How do the parts move?
They move.
Okay, I'm thinking
They're
really
rhythmically
simple
different.
here, guys.
Oh.
They're different.
There's a lot of rhythmic motion here
Yeah.
in all three parts. Now,
Right.
contrast that, Courtney, if you would, with the organum that we listened to on Monday. Was there a difference? Did they all move?
No, is it the tenor that's the lower voice? They
Yes.
generally tended to stay on one pitch, almost like a pedal tone, I guess, underneath the upper voice that did all of the moving.
Yes, tenere, to hold, right? So the tenor, the lowest part, was held out in sustained values while the upper parts moved fast above it, at least in the Puritan Notre Dame style. What was that tenor based on? Where did they come from?
The original Gregorian chant.
That was Gregorian chant. This is not, right? This is completely new, and all the parts are moving right along here. How about the setting? We talked about the setting here a second ago. What do you see about this? How would you describe that? Mostly syllabic, right? You remember the other day we listened to that one, and it took like 3 minutes to get through the first, like, 2 words
Yeah.
of text?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
That was highly
ridiculous.
melismatic, right? In the organum, in the Notre Dame organum. This, much, much more syllabic. You see the contrast?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the words. Who is the Latin expert in the room? Maria, aren't you a Latin expert?
Yeah, it's great. Is it talking about the Virgin Mary? About the Virgin Mary? I don't
Okay.
know. Virgo?
Now,
Virgin?
wait a minute.
No.
Are these sacred or secular?
Oh, I don't know.
Secular.
Well, tell me that first. Let's see. Let's
Okay.
see.
We
Let's
said
just
this a
look
second
back.
ago. Come on, guys. We said this a second ago. Does the polyphonic
Secular.
conductus tend to be sacred or secular?
Secular.
Well, it started out sacred,
Yes.
but then later it admitted secular words, right? So it could be either or in between a little bit, right? Now, is this text from the Mass or anything like that?
No, it can be
No.
sacred and also liturgical.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Well, let's take a look at what the words are. I know you got the first part there. Let's look at the full text.
I said it said Hail Virgin. See? That's all I got.
Good job, Maria.
Somebody read me the first verse or two of that.
You're looking directly at me. I'm gonna look away.
How about Randa?
The first stanza.
Sure.
Okay. Hail, Virgin of Virgins, shrine of the Word made flesh, who from man's salvation drips milk and honey. You bore the Lord. Hey, it is about Mary. You were a rush basket for Moses. Oh, from your rays the sun goes forth, and the star brings forth a fountain of light.
I
Interesting.
like her expression.
It is actually kind of interesting, isn't it? Anybody want to comment on this?
What's a rush basket?
I don't know about that.
It's a basket that's fresh.
This would seem
Is that the
to
basket
hearken
is
back
made?
to
Yeah. It's floating
Sunday
in the
school
river
lesson
in a
taught
basket.
briefly,
They
everyone.
found
Yeah.
it.
It would seem
Yeah.
to hearken back to the Old
But it's a
Testament
rush basket.
story. Remember the birth of Moses, and Pharaoh had put an order that all children were to be killed immediately. And to save Moses' life, his mother hid him in a basket made of bulrushes, weeds, right? Made out of like bamboo weeds, and floated him out in the Nile in order to protect him from this order of execution. Now, honestly, I can't quite explain why, because this is obviously an ode to Mary. I'm not sure.
'Cause she was protecting the baby. She was with him in the basket, in spirit.
She was the basket.
That's what I'm seeing here.
Okay, is that a part of Catholic?
No, it's my interpretation. Mary always protects me, and she was protecting that baby.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, at any rate, the text matter here is really kind of on the sacred side, right? This is obviously a religious text,
You virgin.
but
Bamboo
not
bush of
really.
mosaic vision.
This is not a official chant or anything of that nature. Well, okay. Let's hear what it sounds like.
Yes.
And let's contrast this with what we heard on Monday. So, polyphonic conductus. Late 12th, early 13th century. What years would that be, by the way? Late 12th, early
It's,
13th? This always
late
confuses me.
1150 to
So
12,
1175 to
1225.
1225, somewhere in that general vicinity. Does that ever confuse you guys when we talk about 13th century, exactly what year that is?
Yes.
Maybe it's just me that gets confused.
It's a year ahead of what it is, right?
You got it. Well, yes.
Number
Well, yes.
Century.
So when 12th century means
11.
11.
Okay, let's hear it. Ave Virgo
Knew what I meant.
Polyphonic
That
conductus.
was funny though.